A cheer for your mamuni akwaba a Melodies Podcast YouTube channel. So I'm say Nansenya made the story be a bremo. If you was nigga, the ex-boyfriend or your friend or Prince Williams, a call a year asempa or ne the Don Prince Chega. Eko hodi a year interview, moko ye interview bia a year if you was nigga ne ex-boyfriend no. Okay, can say embra oni if you was nigga mu dating no. If you was nigga can send be breatre no. I see if you was nigga ka trend say a year delay say on nkola na eda. If you was nigga ka trend say Abeiku Santana ono anokun a year ne baba some 9 or 10 years ago Abeiku Santana kokun ne baba ode je ye sikedro. Sana see if you was nigga ka trend no. Or see if you was nigga na ka trend say yeah Kwame despite no you so no if you was nigga no as Sikedro ko yusu no for Sikedro na if you as nigga chain no na Kwame despite eto BMW X6 ema onu if you as nigga no na Abeiku Santana obviously no waba out abekasa fa ho indirectly wakasa fa ho no trese ono de nyame enenim na asem no obi a oka sa ansem ni bia se ono Abeiku Santana ekun ne ba no de eto ne ba no ento sa nipa no so eye nemba na trese nipa no ebe suanyansa efimu na Abeiku Santana otumi say yes nini anje insemi hu but we don't expect him to be happy with this. I mean if oko out na wo can same way efa nkrofo hu obviously nipa no nini anje nti yankonko tie nsema Abeiku Santana kan okoti some Bible verse so nti yanko tie
etisame ehum na betuo Sasrachi na bebo Centro no bi bedi atomi so sani wase no bi di betomi so ewurade wo mafa tiara men kasa. I know there will be obstacles. I know there will be doubters. I know there will be mistakes. But I know if God be for you, who can be against you? I know there will be obstacles. I know there will be doubters. I know there will be vilifiers. I know there will be saboteurs. I know there will be opponents. I know there will be mistakes. But he that is in you is greater than he that is in the world. And it is whom the betuo. Say entroning konkonsa na nipa bedio. Say yani wasiani o say na nipa beshe so obeseya. Onyankopon no ade atwa radio 22 years. Owo ya fa. Misu anopa, misu awia because yes me ba enya hole in heart. And I'm referring to me ba bontia be riska. And I mean this can be 6,500 euros. Carry CK cash. Ed koma kolibu for so monfanya me ba operation. Because na me pese me ton me car. Because me twin cost resika. Enko kan chiro bi say Abeiku Santana me ba yare nti omo ma me sika mfa ne nko hospital. But I was crying to God to help me. And na me ba no e kwa an operation one sorry no wuye 2010 9 years ago. Na me tiona obi akoka o radio so na sabi radio for from one central for omunim what is called data protection, omunim what is called privacy. It witness allow people to talk about people's life. It has nothing to do with the society. They allow people's private life affect society to because will be a kuniba the acquire rituals 5 years in the mentor campuda 5 years in the mentor car that and 5 years ago can one me toy and so no me kotowo automobile shop 5 years ago and one am it can be 2014 me say to me kumi ba the akotoka if you are me tie one am it me say to me tu me kumi ba e de akotoka na me kumi ba e de ayede. But somebody decide to say this to tarnish somebody's image because on care. You soon know I'm soon here no be soon be. E kanu ame boy no be bobi. So that next time we so from who said it. And the blood that oozed out from my daughter's nose and eyes as she lied prostrate and dead. Kolebu mortuary, any Kolebu hospital. You will face it. Now, be Deuteronomy chapter 8 and read from number 1 or verse 1 to verse 10. Now you fancy ho. Deuteronomy chapter 8. Deuteronomy chapter 8. But you say, "Urebe fi crowd your buffer go phone so." See, Jubediana Shasiano, the American said, God is the reason why we are alive. Onyankuponti enayetiase. And whilst you are alive and you are breathing, the reason is God. And remember to acknowledge God every morning, every afternoon, every evening. Muslims pray 5 times a day. Muslims, they pray 5 times a day. They acknowledge God consistently 5 times in a given day. It's answer empire here. You need to acknowledge, as I say, what here now would you to say? Was ya wuti? 1 minute, 1 second, bibi to me, see, ube yirefi, says, yeah. Something can happen suddenly, impromptu, and you will disappear. A dia war, a japadia war, and what found in a war, sika war, bibi war, to me war, position war, influence war. What you think you have, you will lose everything within a micro or a nanosecond. Now the reason you are alive, the reason why you are alive is God. Enti kai sa wodi wo Nyankopon na se da be man na yenhwe bibi wo Bible mu de enti Nyankopon wo se sa de we ope Nyankopon wo se de wo panie. God commanded and instructed Moses in Deuteronomy chapter 8. Tie asama Nyankopon eka Moses. Deuteronomy chapter 8 verse 1. Also be careful to follow every command I'm giving you today, so that you may live and increase and may enter and possess the land that the Lord promised on oath to your ancestors. Verse 2. Remember, the Lord your God led you all the way in the wilderness these 40 years to humble and test you in order to know that it was your heart, whether or not you would keep his commandment. Sometimes you funny a demon or perceive a funny man demon, and yes, I want and yes, I want to, and yes, I want him. God wants us to go through the tough, the challenges, the difficult times, so that when we emerge, when we come out, you won't say, you're tested there, and you're tested there, you know. David said, "Medi here pain, and man who seek pain. It's good to be rich." So God allowed us to go through the wilderness. Onyankopon ma Israel for no far a wilderness for 40 years to humble them. Ehiawa obro ho ase. O yare na wo bewu ana wo kai se se obo mpae. Ehiawa and I started dream. So and I started finansa. So God allowed that to happen to us so that we will be humble. It humbles you and it causes you to hunger, then feeding with a manna which neither you nor your ancestors had known, to teach you that man does not live on bread alone, but every word that comes from the mouth of the Lord. Verse 4. Your clothes did not wear out, and your feet did not swell during the 40 days. Know then in your heart that as a man disciplines his son, so the Lord your God disciplines you. As a man disciplines his son, so your Lord your God disciplines you. Verse 6. Observe the commandments of the Lord your God, walking in obedience to him and revering him. For the Lord your God is bringing you into a good land, a land with brooks, streams, and deep springs gushing out into the valleys and hills, a land with wheat and barley, wines and fig trees, pomegranates, olive oil and honey, a land where bread would not be scarce and you would not lack anything, a land where the rocks are iron and you can dig copper out of the hills. Verse 10. Now when you have eaten and you are satisfied, praise the Lord your God for the good land he has given you. When you have eaten and satisfied, na se mu didi na mu mea monkai onyankopon na momfa asedama no. Verse 11. Be careful that you do not forget the Lord your God, failing to observe his commands, his laws and his decrees that I am giving you this day. Otherwise, when you have eaten and you are satisfied, when you build fine houses and settle down, when your herds and your flocks grow large, when your silver and gold increase, and what you have is multiplied, then your heart become proud and you forget the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery, the one who led you through the vast and dreadful wilderness, that thirsty, waterless land with the venomous snakes and scorpions, the one who brought you water out of hard rock. He gave you manna to eat in the wilderness, something your ancestors had never known, to humble and test you, so that in the end it might go well with you. You may say to yourself, my power and strength of my hands have produced this wealth for me. But remember the Lord your God, for he who gives you the ability to produce wealth and so confirm his covenant, which he swore to your ancestors as it is today. There are blessings upon us. That is a covenant God had with our ancestors. So be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Read Deuteronomy chapter 8.
What she says about Abeiku Santana. Do you know what she says about Miss Bell? Please.
As for me, Masuya Medo, and I mean, say, it's here for so Masuya Mode.